Hello. We're going to talk about this odd behavior that is happening in people. And I'm sure that you have been experiencing out of character in certain people that you have been talking to. Well, if you have, you're not alone. There is an odd behavior that is going on, that's taking place, and it really has people puzzled. Not to mention that we feel like our world has been turned upside down already. If you haven't felt that, well, I don't know what to tell you, but a lot of people are feeling that our world has been turned upside down. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours, and thank you for joining me. I decided to get on here since I can't find my earpiece to my cell phone. I can't, and I don't know if anyone's on here right now, so it really doesn't matter at this moment. It doesn't. I'm going to look really fast. If you're just watching me, I'm just going to see if it's showing me on here. Okay, yeah, I'm on here, and yes, hello and good morning. Hello, Apple, Brooks, Dennis. I got my little cell phone right here. Well, you can't see it because it's just like it is, but something strange is happening. It's like there is a rise in negative emotions. Negative emotions are being triggered in some. And if you're experiencing it, you're finding out that it's not too pleasant to see it. And also be around it and feel it. I know that it's... Well, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, we'll leave our thoughts of to why it's occurring at that. We will, because there's many instances in our lives when something like that does happen, and it is triggers that trigger them. But there seems to be a, shall we say, a global trigger. Hello. Thank you all for coming on here. Yeah, they're on a repeat. Yes, Annie, they want to pick a fight about the same topic and won't stop. Yes, that's right. That's what it is. It's like an argumentative spirit, as one put it. You can feel it. And it's coming from people that normally would not be like that. That's the thing. It's out of character for some, and some, if they were even the slightest bit prone to it, it's like magnified. It is. It's magnified 100 times. And thank you. I thought I need a background because I'm not going to hold my phone. And I thought this will go good with my shirt. And since I've got a good connection now. Everything is squared out with my studio right here. I can do this, and it's easier. I can look right in there. Yeah, they're becoming alien-like. All of your, are literally, oh, Christina, Faith, see, that's sad. And there are instances where that is happening within families. There is, and I know it's very disheartening when you know it, you feel it, and you feel ostracized. You feel like that black sheep. If you have felt like that black sheep all your life, now you're really, really feeling that, hey, I'm that black sheep big time, because that's what's happening. And it's sad, and we've got to be strong. Let me tell you something. We've got to be strong on the inside of here. We really do, because this is spiritual. It's spiritual. It's big time spiritual. And it's affecting people within their spirit. Okay, it's like it's not them. It's like you wish that person would come back. That's what it's like. You wish you would have that person back. You want to see that love. You want to see that kindness that you used to see in them, but it's like it's gone. It's disappearing, and that's sad. That really is sad, you all. It's very sad. If you are put in that situation, you may even be noticing at your workplace that there is odd behavior that is happening too. Um, and people are acting out of character. It's like an aggressiveness. I've heard someone say that some have reported hearing certain low words being repeated in their mind. And of course, we have technology that can do that. We do. If you all didn't know, there is technology that can do that. Yeah. Energies and vulgar behavior. Yeah. It's a lot of energies. Yeah, we gotta spread the joy and stuff. We've got to keep our vibration up, and we've got to be there for one another. And I apologize for not being on here much yesterday. It's like my weekends are very busy because I'm trying to tie up a lot of loose ends around here. I've got so much I want to get done, and I literally, from morning to night, I stay so busy. I push myself to get things done. And I would encourage you to, if you've got things that you need to get done around your house or in your life that you've been wanting to get done, I really am encouraging you, urging you to please do those things, get them done. Don't put them off. Please don't put them off any longer than this. Today, you can start doing those things. You've got to get that done. Are you going to need to have that done? You are, because we don't know what the future holds, but we got to be prepared. We really do, you all, because people are changing, and they are. Our lives are changing, and we've got to adapt to this change while staying true to ourselves on the inside of here. We got to stay true to ourselves. We really do. We got to continue being me. Okay, I've got to continue being me. You got to continue being you, for the sake of humanity, for the sake of letting our light shine. Okay, I want to say something, and I really am. I'm thinking. I'm thanking you all for your comments on here, because this is very important. Somehow, I had a screensaver when I turned my computer on. It showed this area of bioluminescence in this body of water, and I'm thinking, it was somewhere, maybe British Columbia, something, where the water glows. And I don't know how, but I clicked into that because I wanted to know where it was at, and it brought it up. And then somehow I got into human bioluminescence. And these Japanese scientists, they use this camera that is 1,000 times more detectable than the human eye, and they saw that humans actually do have a luminance that lights up within them, all up from their body. It's literally lighting up, and the most predominant area is in the head, and it glows. It glows, and you could say that is like auras. People have auras, but these scientists detected it, and it was most active in the late afternoon, and in the really late at night, when it was really in the wee like hours of like midnight or something, it's at its lowest. That glowingness is at its lowest, but the human body has a luminance about it that can be detected. Okay, I found that really interesting that they saw that. And here's one other thing that I'd like to add to that. There was this Civil War battle, and there was this thing called the Angel's Glow. These soldiers were laying wounded on the battlefield, and the ones that had the wounds, they looked at their wounds on their arms, and their arms were glowing where their wounds were. Their wounds were glowing with this bioluminescence. And the physicians noticed that those who noticed that, their wounds healed much quicker than the others, and they were less likely to have any difficulties arising from what they had experienced. And so they tried to say that it was the bacteria that caused this luminance, the bioluminescence that was occurring with their wounds from the open parts of their body. And they left it at that, but it got the label as the angel's glow. And someone put it really beautifully, what they were explaining. I can't put it into words, but you all, we are light bodies. We are light bodies. It's that luminance is within us. We are bodies of light. And it really makes me wonder why they would even want to do an experience to see our glow within our bodies. Okay. This is really, this is a spiritual battle that's taken place, and we do have a light within us. We do. We got to let that light shine. It's at its brightest in the a little bit after the afternoon hours. It's at its brightest, you all. Our glow, our luminance. And I thought that was really, really interesting. Let me see these comments here, you all, because this is it's really importance. Now, see, I see that you say the bioluminescence luciferase will show. I can't say that word on here. Don't be having me read that comment. I've heard about that, the black lights. But you see, our body doesn't need that, because our bodies can be, our auras can be seen also. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happening. I know, like when we would go to this place, like King's Island or Disneyland, they put those invisible things on you, and you just put your hand under that, and it would do that. But yeah, people are changing. Their behaviors are changing. They're acting out of character. They're on edge, and they're snippy. They're snippy and argumentative, and they're not rationalizing. They cannot stay on topic. And sometimes, if you're noticing, they say things that are off the wall. It doesn't like make sense, and they're kind of it's like they can't think straight. Also, yeah, and it is hard. CK, don't allow others to dull your spark of brightness within. That's very hard for some of us, because it literally does test a person's patience and endurance. But we're told to have patient endurance. That's what we're told. We are called to have this patient endurance, to keep persevering despite what comes our way. We've got to do that, you all. So if I was to move my head like to right here, well, you see this right here on the side over here. Well, I can't see that. This light, we have this light within us. You can see it behind my head. We do. We've got to stay true to ourselves, and we can't let them put out our light. Okay, we can't let them dull our spirits. We can't let that happen, you all. Yeah, Donna Eckerson, it's kind of hard not to be snippy. It's like now they do have technology that is able to affect our moods. And they did experiments on that, where it was emitted, and it caused erratic behavior among people. And it's like we have these things that we can mount on vehicles, and if there's a crowd of people, they can turn up that frequency, and it literally is like piercing their ears, and they have to disperse. They can't stand it. The frequency that they're hearing, they can't stand it. So that's well known and patented. So there are things like that out there. That's why we've got to create that barrier of love and light within us, that force field our own self, to hold those back at bay. We've got to do that. Some people, and some refer to it as low frequency vibration, where they're dwelling on the negative, and they got the negative emotions within them. They can't do that. Their force field is down. Their invisible force field is down, and they're an open target. And it's sad when you have friends and loved ones that you see that happening too, because you know something's wrong, and you wish that they could realize what was happening also, but they're at that point where they can't realize it. They don't see it. They may feel a little out of control, but they don't have the capability within them to stop what's happening. Yeah. It's like when you're doing something, say you're eating something, and you know you're getting full, but you just keep on eating, or you're drinking, and you know you might be a little bit tipsy. And then you keep drinking a little bit more, and then you get a lot more tipsy. It's that lack of control. You know you shouldn't have that next little drink of wine or whatever it is you're drinking, but you go ahead and do it. And before you know it, that's it. You've done it. Yeah, all of that, you all of that. Mumbling and whistling, Christina, when they're near or walking past you. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. You all, please put whatever you're noticing in the comments section, because this is documentation. It really is, because this is global. This is happening globally. Also, does anyone know how long I've been on here? I don't have any way of telling how long I've been on here. I don't want to make this too long. Yeah. Let's see what's happening. 2028 will be the 80th year since the state was established. That little snippet of video that I shared, I'm going to be honest with you. When I heard the gentleman from Israel speaking, my spirit, it rubbed my spirit the wrong way. It really did. It was the frequency coming from his spirit. It rubbed me the wrong way, you all. It did. It was that whole scene. I thought, this is really, it was unsettling. Okay, it was very unsettling for my spirit. But it was very informative. It was very informative. And I have to admit, I never knew that there was even a change of command there. Maybe there isn't, but I don't watch the news at all. Yeah. People are open. The negative energies are being released. Yes. Walk-ins here. There are walk-ins. If the light has walk-ins, then the darkness has walk-ins. They do. And we need to expect that. That's like when you have two armies against one another. You have, yeah, you have walk-ins from both sides. Physical, but they're physical bodies, and they're against one another. Sometimes they don't even know why they're doing it. They don't. They've been told to do it. That's what they've been told. Yeah. Yeah, we need to pray for everyone. We really do. That's a very good bang bang mucka bang. My favorite word to say. My favorite one to say on here. Bang bang mucka bang. That's a very good question, because there would be a lot of force happening. It would yeah. Rosie Yperium, why are they doing this evil to us? Because we're living in some times that are going to get worse. It's a battle for the soul. It is. It's a battle for the soul. Um, if they can take you out, they will. But we can't let them. We can't let them take us out. Okay, we can't. Um, we've got to awaken our spirits within. We need to awaken our spirits within to what is taking place. And if you are able to do that, if your spirit's awakened, you'll be able to see what's happening. A lot of people may not awaken at the same time. They're not awake at the same time. They're not. It's like when you get told something that people have known for a while, but you were not aware of it, and then they tell you, and then automatically, oh my gosh, you're right, that's true. See, you awakened, but you weren't supposed to know that information until that moment in time. So that's what's happening. It's like an awakening that is happening, and everybody's not going to wake up to the truth at the same time. Or like if there is something being said, like, ooh, did you see that lag in that? That was really strange. Like if something is being said in a workplace or something, and everybody knows about it, and you're left out of the loop, and then automatically you're told about it, then you think, well, I guess I didn't know at that time, but then you know, and you're glad you do know, because you don't want to be left out of a loop. But I guess people figured it wasn't time for you to awaken or something like that. Yeah, all of that. Well, I'm not going to be on here much longer. I just wanted to know if you've been noticing odd behavior in people, because it's happening, and we are being affected. We are being affected, and it's global. It's global, and we've got to be strong within our spirits to face what this is, what we're facing. We've got to be very strong, and we've got to prepare. And if you can pray, pray. If you can meditate, meditate. You've got to keep your peace within. Please keep that peace within. When you hear that negative energy, when you feel that negative energy, try to keep it from staying in your mind. If you hear it, let it go in one ear and out the other. Don't let it sink within. See, that's what it wants to do. It wants to sink within your being, and you cannot let it. Tune it out and tell yourself that this is out of character. That's not who these individuals are. Something is triggering this behavior, but you got to stand your ground, and you got to keep your guard up. You got to put on that armor. You got to put your armor up, and you got to be ready for this spiritual battle that is really going on all around you. So with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank the moderators on here. I want to thank you all for being on here. I know this was just out of the blue, Gina popping on here, but I felt led within my spirit to speak. Just stay strong. We've got this, and please, I'm urging you, if you've got some things that you've been putting off, that you've started some projects, some things that you wanted to get done, please get started on those. Don't delay any longer. It's like those the parallel I can't even speak. It's like those 5 virgins who were wise and they were foolish, and 5 had the lamps in their oil, and the other 5 did not prepare it. And when that time came, well, they wanted the ones who had the oil to give me some of your oil. They said, no, go to those who sell. And as they went away to those to go buy them some more oil, the bridegroom came. You don't want to be unprepared. You don't. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you, and please, I want you to have a wonderful day. I want you to keep your light shining as bright as possible, and keep the love within you, and be on your guard. Be on your guard. Be very observant wherever you're at. Okay? Thank you so very, very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you.